Welcome to this video on Venn diagrams. You can find the PDF with questions, clues and full solutions on mathsupgrade.co.uk. The first question is a non-calculated question. We're told that these numbers are put into a Venn diagram. We're also told that number 3 is in set Q but not in set P, and the number 6 is in both set P and in set Q. And we need to complete the Venn diagram with that information. So the number 3 is in set Q but not in set P, so that would go over here. And number 6 is in both, so that would go in the middle, like that. Part B, a student chooses at random a number in the completed Venn diagram, rather than the probability that the number is not in set Q. The probability the number is not in set Q, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers not in set Q, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers altogether. So it's 7 over 11. And that's 4 marks for that question. The next set of questions are all calculated questions. Question 2, we're told there's 60 students at a college. 20 of them study both French and Spanish. 13 study French and not Spanish. And 43 students study Spanish in total. So we need to complete the Venn diagram with that information. So with the Venn diagram, we always try and start from the inside and work our way out. So we're first of all told 60 students are at the college altogether. So for that, we know that all the numbers inside the entire region must add up to 60. We're also told 20 study both French and Spanish, so 20 would go in the middle there. 13 study French but not Spanish, so 13 would go here. And we're also told a total of 43 study Spanish. So we already know 20 here study Spanish, so 43 minus 20 leaves 23 for this region here. Since also told in the first information here that 60 students are at the college altogether, we can subtract these numbers from 60 to give the remaining students that studied neither French nor Spanish, and that is 4. In part B, we're told that one of the students is selected at random. Write down the probability that that student studies neither French nor Spanish. So neither French nor Spanish is 4 students out of the 60 altogether. So 4 out of 60, cancel that down, and it's 115. And that is 4 marks for the whole question. In question 3, we're asked to complete a Venn diagram for this information here. So first of all, this means that the entire set, so the entire region here within this rectangle, everything including the circles, is going to be odd numbers less than 30. So at some point in this diagram, all the odd numbers less than 30 must be included. And we're told that region A would include the numbers 3, 9, 15, 21 and 27, and region B would include the numbers 5, 15 and 25. So I'm going to first of all label up this region, this circle here as A, this circle as B, and obviously the region in between them will be A and B. So if I go ahead and do that now, so 15 you can see is in both, so 15 goes in the middle there, and we're starting with the middle. Okay. And then you can see A has also got 3, 9, 21 and 27. So put that in A, and B has also got 5 and 25. Now, don't forget, you need to have all the odd numbers less than 30 included in this diagram. So I've already got these numbers here, so the remaining odd numbers less than 30 I'd put outside of these 2 circles, but inside the rectangle. And that's a completed diagram there. In part B, I'm told that a number is chosen at random from that set. What is the probability that the number is in the set A and then this is union B? So A union B. So A union B means A or B or both. Right? A or B or both. So if you look at this, okay, what's the probability out of all the numbers that are in this diagram that I choose a number that's in A or B or both? So how many numbers are there in the diagram altogether? So you can just see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 numbers altogether in the diagram. And how many are in A or B or both? So here's A or B or both. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 7 out of 15. And you can't cancel that down. So that is 2 marks and 6 marks altogether for the whole question. In question 4, I'm given this information here. The entire set of numbers that need to go in this diagram here is the numbers from 1 to 13. I'm told that region A would include all the multiples of 3, and region B would include all the even numbers. So I need to complete the Venn diagram for that information. So I'm going to label this circle here as A, this circle as B, and then the region between them would be A and B. So in A and B, multiples of 3 that are even are 6 and 12. Okay, 6 and 12. There's no others, since there's no numbers that are bigger than 12 that are even numbers. Okay, and secondly, we now need to put all the multiples of 3 between 1 and 13 into region A, and all the even numbers between 1 and 13 into region B. So that's what you'd get there. All the remaining numbers that are not in A or B need to go outside of the circles but inside the rectangle. And that's 4 marks for that question. In question 5, I'm given a Venn diagram that's already populated. I'm asked to write down the numbers that are in set A union B. So A union B here, this is the numbers that are in A or B or both. 15, 10, 16, 14, 12 and 18 are in A or B or both. So there's the answers for that one. The next part says A intersect B. A intersect B is the numbers that are in A and B. So the central part of the region, A and B, that's 12 and 18. The next part of the question, we're told that one of the numbers is drawn at random. Find the probability that the number is in set A apostrophe. A apostrophe means not A. So what's the probability that a number drawn at random is not in set A? So there's 3 numbers that are in A, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers that are not in A. So 7 out of 10 altogether. So that would be 7/10. And the whole question there was worth 4 marks. In question 6, I'm given some information about some sets, and all I'm given is some space to draw a Venn diagram for that information. So as you can see here, it's clear that I need 2 different sets, A and B, and obviously I need a region between them. Okay, so my Venn diagram would look something like this. Okay, so always start by populating the central section. Okay, so this is a section here. So this would be what's in A and B. So A intersect B here is 2, 6. So I'd put 2 and 6 in that section there. And then A are all the multiples of 2 between 1 and 10. All the multiples of 2, so that's going to be 4, 8 and 10. And B, well, you can see here what's left for B. So this is A or B. A union B, A or B. So as soon as I've populated A and this central region here, I can start to populate B. So you can see the multiples of A, the multiples of 2 are 4, 8 and 10. Okay, the central region is 2 and 6, so that leaves the numbers 1, 3 and 9 from this list here. And what's left from the entire set, or what's left, is 5 and 7. So 5 and 7 go outside of these circles. So don't forget to do that last bit. And that question was 4 marks. In question 7, I'm given some information about some sets, and I'm asked to complete the Venn diagram to represent that information. So the entire region would include the numbers between 1 and 9, and A has got the numbers 1, 5, 6, 8 and 9, and B has got 2, 6 and 9. So clearly in the middle you'd have 6 and 9, and that's what you'd start with. And then region A would have 1, 5 and 8, region B would have 2. The remaining numbers between 1 and 9 are on the outside of the circles, but inside the rectangle, so 3, 4 and 7, and that's 3 marks. The second part of the question says a number is chosen at random from that entire region, from the entire set. Find the probability that the number is in the set A intersect B, so A and B, A and B. So how many numbers are in A and B out of the total number of numbers? So in A and B there's 2 numbers out of 9 altogether, so that's 2/9, and that's 5 marks for that question. Question 8, again you're given some information, this time about 3 different regions, and then the entire set includes even numbers between 1 and 25. Complete the Venn diagram for the information. So they've already pre-drawn 3 circles here. So always start with the central region if you can. So the central region. So you can see here which numbers are in all three sets of A, B, and C. So in all three sets is the number 8. So 8 would go in the middle and nothing else would go in the middle. Okay, once you've got 8 there, then you can start to do the outer regions. So is anything in A and B apart from 8? Nothing is in A and B apart from 8. Is anything in A or C apart from 8? A and C. Nothing is in both apart from 8, so nothing goes there. And is anything in this part here? So this is B and C. Is anything in B and C? Apart from 8, there's the number 20. So 20 would go here. So you've got 8 here, 20 here. And then also, you can start to then fill in the outer regions. When you fill in the outer regions, you'd get this. And finally, you'd fill in the outermost region, which is all the remaining numbers. Even numbers between 1 and 25. Okay. Good tip is always start with pencil. Okay, so you can always rub out any mistakes and you can go over it with pen afterwards. Part B, are numbers chosen at random from the universal set, so from the entire region. Find the probability that the number is a member of A intersect B. So A and B. A and B. Okay, so what's in A and B? In A and B is only this number here, 8. And how many numbers are there all together? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be 1 out of 12. Okay, and the whole question there was worth 6 marks. In question 9, we're told a lot of information about different people, and we're asked to find the probability that the 2 of the 50 people that are chosen both only speak Spanish. So this question involves probability as well as Venn diagrams. Now, the reason why I use Venn diagrams for this is because lots of the people here speak more than one language. So using a two-way table is probably not a good idea. Clearly here, you've got French, German and Spanish as the 3 languages. So your Venn diagram will look something like this to start off with. French, German and Spanish. Okay. So I'm going to start to show you how to fill this in. I'm doing this in a certain order, because it's not a straightforward question. I'd start with the innermost regions always. So always start with the center region, then work your way out, and then fill in the rest as you can. So I'd start with this sentence here. 2 people speak French, German and Spanish. So that central number there is 2. Okay. Secondly, I would use this sentence here. 4 people speak French and Spanish, but not German. So 4 people speak French and Spanish, but not German. Okay, so this is definitely going to be 4, because it doesn't include this part. So this number here is going to be 4, this one here is going to be 2, like we said earlier. The third thing we're going to do, we're going to use this sentence here. 7 people speak German and Spanish. 7 people speak German and Spanish. We already know 2 of them here speak German and Spanish and French. So this region, add this region, must add up to 7. Since this is already 2, this must be 5. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to use this information here. 10 people who speak German speak at least one other language. 10 people who speak German speak at least one other language. So we already know this was 2, this was 5. So these two regions here must add up to 3, since 10 minus 2 minus 5 is 3. So these two must add up to 3. Now, we're also told they speak at least one other language, right? So this must be 0, and I've already written it in here. This must be 0, so this must be 3. So if I just show you there what I've done so far. So I've done these center regions now. Okay, started with this number here, then I did this 4, then I've worked out this 5, then I've worked out the 3 and the 0. The next thing I'm going to do the other outer regions here. So I'm now going to do this sentence. 31 people speak French. 31 people speak French. So inside this circle, everything must add up to 31. I already know this is 4, this is 2, and this is 3. So this must be 22. There's my calculation there. Now I'm going to do the outer regions. Okay, I'm going to the outer regions. And so it says here, 8 people do not speak any language at all. So this must be 8. The only region left now is the Spanish, right? And I was told at the very start of the question, easy to overlook this, 50 people were asked, right? So all the numbers all together, add them up and subtract that from 50, and that leaves you with 6. Okay, so there's your Venn diagram done there. Now we still haven't answered the question for the 5 marks. Okay, we need to find the probability that if 2 people are asked, right, what's the probability they both only speak Spanish? So how many Spanish speakers are there that only speak Spanish? There's 6. So in the first choice, there's going to be 6 people out of 50. So the first choice is 6 out of 50. And then the second choice, if you pick that first person, there'll only be 5 people left who speak Spanish out of 49 altogether. So the probability of Spanish and Spanish is 6/50ths multiplied by 5/49ths. If you're not sure where I've got this multiply from, or where I've got this probability equation from, make sure you check out my video on probability on this channel. When I multiply these together with the calculator and I cancel it down, I'll get 3 over 245. And that's 5 marks for that question. Be sure to view it again, okay, and pause it if you need to go through exactly how I've done that question. So the final question in the booklet gives us some information here, and we're asked to find the probability that the person likes tea. So again, in this question, this involves Venn diagrams. I wouldn't use two-way tables because some people drink more than just one drink. So in this question, we're going to start to draw a Venn diagram. So clearly it's going to be tea, coffee and milk. And I'm going to use the sentences in the order in which I've annotated them. Okay, so I'm starting always with the central section if I can, then work your way towards the outside and then find the outside. So 19 people like all 3 drinks, so that's going to be 19 here. Next thing I'm going to use, 16 people like tea and coffee but don't like milk. So 16 people like tea and coffee but don't like milk, so that's going to be 16 in this region. That's definitely 16 there. 21 people like coffee and milk. 21 people like coffee and milk. Since I already know that 19 people are in this region here, then this must be, or the remaining 2 people from that 21. So that's 21 take away 19, which is 2. Next section, 24 people like tea and milk. 24 people like tea and milk. Tea and milk is this section here. I already know the middle bit was 19, so this must be 5. Since 24 take away 19 is 5. Okay. 40 people like coffee. 40 people like coffee. Already know this is 16, this is 19, and this was 2. So 40 take away 16, 19 and 2 leaves me with 3. So this region here will be 3. So it should look something like this so far. And then next thing, one person likes only milk. One person likes only milk, so that's easy. 1 goes in there. And lastly, all 50 people like at least one of the drinks. So the only part I haven't filled in so far is this part here. Since I can just do 50, take out all these numbers, that leaves me with 4. There's nothing on the outside of these circles since all 50 people like at least one of the drinks. Now the question was, work out the probability that the person likes tea. So it's going to be out of 50, since there's 50 people in the region in the entire universal set. And how many people like tea? 4, add 16, add 19, add 5, which is 44. So 44 out of 50 is the probability of picking someone who likes tea. In part B, it says, given that the person selected at random from the 50 people likes tea, find the probability that the person also likes exactly one other drink. Okay, likes exactly one other drink. Right? So, the number of people who like tea is 44, like we said. So it's going to be out of 44. And the number of people who like tea, who like exactly one other drink, is either these 16 people or these 5 people. These 19 people like 2 other drinks. Right, so these 19 people like all 3 drinks, right? These 16 people only like tea and coffee. These 5 people only like tea and milk. So 21 people 16 add 5, 21 people like only one other drink in addition to coffee. So that's going to be 21 over the 44 total tea drinkers. And that's 6 marks for that question. Be sure to watch that clip again if you were unsure on any aspect of that. Thanks for watching this video clip.